Hi, welcome back to Country in the City. My name is Sherri. How's everyone doing this evening? I am coming to you this evening because I was out all day with my husband, helping him get caught up on some things. And so yesterday when I was filming the craft with the rag garland balls, I had an idea in my mind that I wanted to bring to you this craft also. And so I tried it out and showed my friend Rhonda, and she said, oh, that's so cute. So I thought I would show you how I made this craft and bring it to you. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope that you hit that little subscribe button and that little bell notification so that you're notified when I upload my videos. And if you don't know, I decorate my home in kind of a country primitive style. And here, let me move you so that I can see the camera a little better. And so I decorate my home in a country primitive style, and I've been seeing this craft that I'm going to show you in the backs of like Country Living magazine and Country Sampler and Country Home and Country Woman. And you know, I've been seeing this craft. I've been seeing, well, it probably isn't a craft, it's probably something that they are selling like in the magazine, in like those little craft areas or shop areas, flea market areas, whatever. But I went and looked it up, was just looking around on Pinterest and trying to find how people were making this craft, because I've been wanting some for my home. I am not a big like faux flower person. There are certain types of flowers, that faux flowers, that I love the real thing, but types of certain faux flowers, that's a tongue twister, certain faux flowers that I like, such as lavender, heather, lilac, some gladiolus I like, some magnolias, some dahlias, daisies, sunflowers, certain things like that that are more in line, you know, other than the greenery, more flowers that are more in line with that country primitive style. So I started looking around, and this is what I found. Now let me see. I'm going to show you what we're about to make here. Don't want that. My glue gun's right here, and it's getting in my way. My little country primitive flowers. Now, I've already went ahead and made these two, but I'm going to show you how I made them and kind of walk you through. It's a very simplistic craft, but you know, you can tweak it and make it more, you know, fancier, more of your style instead of, you know, my country primitive style, if you're not into that style. Now, I just have it here in my little Rae Dunn buzz planter. I don't know that they're going to stay here. I'm just putting them in this when I'm done with them. I have some foam down in here. But I was thinking about painting, chalk painting a ball mason jar, like maybe a pint size, and putting these in there with some like, you know, some like moss, like at the top maybe, or some, I don't know, Spanish moss, or some brown paper shreds or something. So I'll let you know. I'll show you the end result maybe in another video, because I want to make a few of these. So, but I am going to show you how to make these so that you can make them also. So I'm going to tilt you down here and show you what I've done so far. I've kind of went ahead a little bit in some areas to show you the pieces so that I can show you the end result. We can finish it off here. Okay, so I'm going to tilt you down and I'm going to show you. All right, now, let's see. So here is the what's going to be the center of my flower, okay? It's going to be this part right here, okay? And this is the top of the of a mason jar lid. You know how you have the ring, okay? And then you have the part that goes in the center, the metal part that goes in the center, okay, to seal the lid to the jar. That's what this is. You can see like the rubber, okay, and this is the bottom, and then, well, you can't see the top, but you can see the gold or the silver part there, the metal part, okay? And what I've done is, because my burlap is thin, because it's actually burlap ribbon, I've actually pre-glued down a piece of burlap, and then my scraps, I've just kind of wound them up to give it a little bit of dimension. See how it makes it a little puffier? These ones, I didn't do that, and they're flatter, which I don't mind the flat. I just wanted to see what it was like to do it with a little bit of a puffy center and see what it was like. Okay, so then I just put 2 dabs of glue and put this around. This is going to be my front. This is going to be my back, okay? And then I'll show you how to finish off the back when we're done. Okay, so that's my center. I've kind of pre-done it here, so let me clip that off. And what I did was I went ahead, and while I was at it, I cut out a circle to finish off the back of my flower so it's nice and, you know, finished looking. Okay, so I've taken my ring, and what I did was I took some, I'm using homespun. I went and bought a 1/4 yard of homespun. And I really like the red and tan check. I also like the red and tan, the larger, like almost a plaid. I also like what people call the Sturbridge plaid, which is comes in many colors. In this area right now, I am having a hard time finding the Sturbridge plaid material. And I'm having a hard time finding homespun in general in this area. Some of the, like Joann's and that, they're going through inventory right now. And so I don't know if it's just that they've like inventoried it and maybe put it in a lot of it in scraps, or they just didn't order it as they were running out, knowing that they would be doing inventory. So this is what I'm going to do. So I cut 1 inch wide homespun, and I am going to show you how I do it. So then I don't know how long this is. I didn't measure it, but let's see. We'll lay my scissors here. I'm going to say it's probably about 6 to 8 inches long, but you can do them however long you want. I kind of tested it out to see how long I wanted my petals on my flower, and I may even end up trimming these a little shorter. I don't know. It'll be, you know, once I see it finished, if I want them trimmed shorter, then I'll just go through and I'll trim them a little shorter. But I'm going to show you how I, now I took a 1/4 yard of fabric, and it was doubled, you know, from when they cut it. And so what I did is I cut 1 inch strips the whole length of the 1/4 yard of fabric. And I believe it was 45 inches, a 45 inch wide bolt. So that's what I did. So then I take it and I double it over so I have like a loop, okay? So then I lay my loop end down, and I put my ring here, and what I do is I put the open end, okay, where I've met the 2 ends. I put that through the loop and around, you know, it's going around. So then I just pull it, and that makes, you know, I kind of like separate to make it like a 2-dimensional petal, I guess is how I could put it. And I kind of play with it until I get it, you know, snug in there. I don't want it real tight because when I put this in, it's going to make it even tighter. And I don't want the fabric to rip. It's going to make it really snug so these won't even move. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I have one more here, and then I'm going to show you how I put that center in. Because you really have to push on that, and you'll hear it bend and, you know, you'll hear it kind of. Okay, so let me turn it over here. I don't know if you can see. Turn it over here, and I'm just going to separate these a little bit so that I can see what it's going to look like. Okay, sorry, I'm being quiet as I'm fiddling with this. All right. So see, I may end up trimming these just so that they, I don't know, it'll just depend. Just so that they lay a little more the way I want them. And I'll end up trimming off like some of these little strings and that, you know, that comes with working with the fabric. So I'm going to turn this over. And so then I take my center and I kind of like push one end down in. And now I'm going to have to really work and push hard, and you'll hear it pop. That's just the metal part going in. And see, this is what I end up with. You can see that it's nice and snug. I pushed it hard down in there, and this is what the back looks like. Okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim these a little bit. My scissors don't like this burlap very much. All right, now, what I did is for my stem, I took a skewer. You can also use the small dowels. They sell them like in a package of like, I don't know, 10, 20 at Walmart. And I think they're like around $1. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on the part of the country you're in. But they're pretty much similar in circumference, maybe a little slightly larger, a little heftier. But, you know, I don't really plan on you seeing much of the stem once, you know, it's on here and then it's in a mason jar or, you know, whatever I happen to put them in. You're not going to see, even if I put, you know, shreds up here, you're only going to see, let me tilt you up just slightly. Even if I put, you know, paper shreds to the top, you're only going to see a couple inches of the stem. So I wasn't going out to a Walmart, and I really didn't want to, you know, spend the time to wait to get the dowels. And I have hundreds of these, so I just decided that I would use my skewers. And I painted them with regular craft paint, green craft paint. This is Crafter's Edition acrylic paint. I think it came from Walmart or maybe AC Moore. And it's the color Green Sage, 72014 Green Sage. Let me see if it'll focus. Okay. And this is pretty old. It's probably a year old or so. But I'm sure they still have it or something similar, or you can even use a darker color. So then I also have my circle to finish off my back nice and smooth. So what I'm going to do is tilt you down again so you can see what I'm doing. So then I'm just going to take some hot glue and put it on the top of that. Okay. And I'm just going to, all right. And then I'm going to take some more hot glue. I think my hot glue gun is about had it. It was my mother's, actually. And I've been noticing the more I craft with it, the more it seems like it's going. And I really need to get another one, but it's working all right. I just have to be patient with it, I guess. All right, lots of glue, strings. Ugh. Let me throw these away down here. All right. All right, so this is what it ends up looking like on the back, okay? I just have a little finished, and then this is the front. Now, I'll probably take and trim these a little bit so that they stand up a little more. What I also read on some tutorials, some people talking about crafting and trying to make flowers on some websites that I was on, it said you can also take like Mod Podge and just lightly, or spray adhesive and lightly spray over the just the petals so that it kind of like stiffens the petals and makes it so that they lay better. So, all right, that's my craft I wanted to show you. I hope you all like my little crafty country primitive flowers. And if you go to make these in whatever style to fit your home, why don't you let me know below if you've made them, if you are going to make them. And I hope you all have a great evening. Bye.